they show that it's actually possible to measure the electricity content of a tree and to see the changes, and then find out a few minutes later the weather patterns are changing. Of course, all animals have fled with a tsunami. We are too stupid not to rely on nature and on nature's vibration anymore. We are being led astray from the source. And that's manipulation, of course. Because the reality is that the facts are there, the proof is there, the science is there, that energy transfer, also in the body, also for healing and sickness, is based on information transfer of something you can carry on a carrier wave, like sound, light, laser, scalar electromagnetics, whatever. So this Gurdjieff guy with the DNA and the phantom DNA thing also found out, like Robert Becker did, that use an embryo of one kind of animal and don't use a needle or whatever kind of medicine, just get the information out of this growing organism, the embryo, and transfer it electromagnetically to another animal species and put it out there. And it dissolves, or it turns out it's going to be another animal, or with parts of that animal. Or just use an electric signal with a salamander, salamander, to get a head growing where there should be a tail, or two heads where there should be one head. It's possible, here we go again, with electric stimulation. So again, we have to realize why in 1910s or 1920s was the Flexner report actually throwing away all the very modern and scientifically approved homeopathic medicine, which was very hyped back then, from 1880 to 1910 I believe, throwing that away because you couldn't make any money or patents from it. The same problem we now have met with Monsanto, with all those, how do you call it, with the cereal, the grains?
Soya.
Yeah, the soya, but also the farmers have to use this patented stuff, so the next year they can charge you again. And you get persecuted if by accident some of their genetically manipulated stuff got into your fields through wind or whatever, and they say, hey, you're using our stuff. It's the other way around. He could have said, no, you're ruining my biological agriculture with your genetically manipulated stuff. But of course he won't ever win this for small farmer, because they're huge corporations and they're doing that to destroy all those farmers. So it's, I call it reverse psychology. Just stating one thing and doing the other thing, but always with the assumption, with the lie actually, that you're doing good. You can call it politics, you can call it lies, you can call it manipulation. But like I said, there's always a good story to a bad story. The good story is the information is getting out. People are waking up. People are seeing through all the lies. People are fed up being fed those lies, being put into their throats, or directly in a muscle with a vaccine. So people are really standing up now to not accept all these things they don't want in life. And I think that's the message I want to convey to people, which I do in my lectures, book and workshops. I do a double route information. One, tell them all those terrible bad things and prove it and show it how it could be transformed into something good, which I call love in the first place, transforming bad things in good things, okay? And at the same time, doing those things we know is good. Live happily, be loving. Know that there's proof that love and nice emotions actually only enhance the immune system. We know that. We know how it feels to be happy. We know how it feels to be loved or to give love. We don't have to go to Woodstock to experience it. We just have to live each day doing it. And if we combine that with getting all the other information out, which we can transform into positive things, I think then, as a society as a whole, we can actually change things for the better.
All right. Thank you very much, John.
You're welcome.
Thank you, John.
We'll take a break. Okay, John, if you wouldn't mind just telling us a little bit about the effects of music, both modern and existing, on the physiological body.
Yeah, well, the thing about music, and that's also the principles of sound healing, is that the effects are quite amazing and understood actually, but not really implemented in society, because you could say it's the positive drugs of this reality, because a lot of people don't know that the ear physiologically actually is connected through nerves to different kind of organs and actually to different kind of body systems. So what does that mean? That everything which is what I call the real reality of sound, light, and energy gets into the ear and gets transferred to all kind of systems in the body. So everything can be entrained, as they say. You have resonance. If you have two heart cells and they approach each other, they start to vibrate at the same pace, let's put it this way. And not a joke, but for real, if you put a lot of women, a group of women in one room, they start ovulating at the same time. And you probably could do the same with men, but then different things start to happen maybe. But anyway, what we see that non-locally, and here again, what's non-locally? If there's an energetic medium which comprises and connects everything, then nothing is at a distance because everything is connected, okay? It's like if this is space and time, you have to physically move around it, through it. It takes time, it takes space. But if you can just, because it's a holographic reality and everything's connected, and just go past it, go past space and time and just be there instantaneously,